Before a child's academic potential can be seen, their physical needs have to be met. I noticed at lunch my students often try to sneak extra things out of the cafeteria. I also noticed that in the morning they had a hard time getting started and was not doing well academically. After speaking with the parents, it was obvious that they really wanted to provide for my students' needs, for their child's needs, but financially speaking, they were in a very difficult position. The more I spoke with them and the more I spoke with my student, I came to realize that I had taken for granted that a basic need such as having food on the weekends, some children did not have.
One of the most significant or telling questions that I'll ask kids is, what is their favorite part of the day at school? And when a child answers and says that their favorite part of the school day is lunch, then of course I know that there are issues there beyond academics. The CHEW program, or Children's Healthy Eating on Weekends, provides students a backpack with food every Friday. These go home with children who would otherwise go hungry. Every week, volunteers from the PTO, local churches, and civic organizations come together to prepare the book bags with nutritional food for the kids. The needs are growing. We're needing to reach out to people who 5-10 years ago were doing fine. And if you think about it, so many are one paycheck away from needing this kind of help. So this program is amazing in that it reaches out, it encourages, it shows that the community, so many people teaming together to help meet these needs.
CHEW is just one strategy of an overall plan to help stabilize families and children in crisis. Many of the children who go hungry and without food over the weekend also experience a greater problem, homelessness. CAN DO, which stands for Community Advisory Network Developing Onslow, is a collaboration of both public and private stakeholders who are committed to helping homeless and at-risk children and families. When people think of homelessness, they most often picture someone that is perhaps sleeping on a park bench or maybe curled up in front of the stairs on a building. Our homeless population is a little more subtle. The majority of our homeless folks are children and families who are doubled up because they've lost their own housing. Sean is a 9-year-old little boy who is living with his mother, his little sister, and the family dog in their own home. Sean's sister got sick and was hospitalized. His mother missed a lot of work caring for her and visiting her at the hospital. She ended up losing her job, family got behind on bills, and shortly thereafter they were evicted. He went from being a very happy, kind of go-lucky little boy to someone who was very shy, withdrawn, complained a lot of not feeling well. He just didn't know where he was going to be from day to day. Sean and his family may have had a roof over their heads, but they certainly did not have a home. If we all work together and each of us takes a small part, we can accomplish great things to alleviate homelessness in our community, and kids like Sean can sleep soundly and easy at night in their own beds in their own homes.
Research has shown that girls who have better self-esteem are less likely to engage in at-risk behavior. One of the goals of Girls on the Run is to introduce girls to a lifestyle of healthy living and making healthy choices. This involves health, eating, fitness, also relationship choices, choices about lifestyle in general.
For probably about 2 years, we have been looking into getting the Girls on the Run program in our school for our girls. Luckily, last year we were able to do that, and it has been one of the best things that we have ever done for the young women at our school. We started the Girls on the Run program, and Chloe was one of the young ladies who was brought into the program. As I watched over the course of the first semester, Chloe began to transform, and it was like a flower opening.
Before the program, she wasn't really very outgoing. She really didn't have any friends. She didn't interact with the children very much. She didn't like to get up and exercise. We would make her, but it wasn't something she looked forward to. She's really opened up more to her classmates. It's just been a really good program from Chloe all the way around.
When you see a child like Chloe, a light goes on inside her. She opens up and she is so proud of who she is and what she's done. Without a program like Girls on the Run, she would never have made that leap. It was transformational. That kind of thing takes years to do, and Girls on the Run did it in 9 weeks.
The story that you just heard about Chloe is very indicative of stories that we are hearing from all the schools. By making a pretty minor investment in these girls' lives when they're young, it pays big dividends for them later when they're in high school or as a young adult.
I've been an advocate of the United Way simply because it's the right thing to do, always helping your community, but for the first time, through Girls on the Run, it's like seeing it in your own house. My school is my home and my students are my children. And I saw my child, Chloe, open up because of the gifts through United Way that made it possible for her to be a part of Girls on the Run. Every year when we get in front of our staff and talk about the United Way, we make a point of saying that it comes back home. It's here in Onslow County every day. You see that money all around you. Maybe you don't know it's there, but we do now. We've seen it. It's in our school, it's in our girls, and it's making such a difference in their lives every day.
This year marks the 125th anniversary of the United Way system, a milestone which would not be possible without local efforts to identify needs and improve lives here at home. Heroes like you come together every day to save the lives of those who need it most. Join us today as one community, one cause, one purpose. That's the power of partnership.